kids?
Yes.
You have grandkids?
I do.
Okay. So are you concerned or suspicious that a potential super EMP could one day be, used by an enemy of ours against us in America?
That was the next option I'm thinking that Putin is getting advice on from some factions, because among his cyber warriors, there are others who are going to say we should go bigger than just attacking European NATO.
But a basic fundamental question, do you think, are you suspicious that one day that an attack like that with a super EMP could be used against America and that would impact negatively your kids, your grandkids?
Under these circumstances in this Ukrainian war, I'm very fearful that it could happen tomorrow.
Okay. So how are you personally prepared for it?
Well, we have a little farm that's all set up. We're prepared to live without electricity.
And you own a little farm that you're ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And what kind of food do you have that in case that were to happen, you're ready? How many months of supply of food do you have? Because some people may be listening to this, they're also sitting there saying, some who maybe have the ability to do so. You don't buy a life insurance policy because you're thinking you're going to die tomorrow. You buy it because if you do, you want your wife, your husband, your kid.
Right.
Okay, so what kind of food do you have? How much supply of food do you have? How prepared are you?
Very prepared. We've got the ability to survive for years.
For years?
Yes. The location of my farm is, I'm not going to talk about where it's located, okay, but it's just a very remote place. It's close enough to Washington so that I can go there when I have to, but it's far enough away. It's one of the least populous counties in Virginia, so that if we were to exhaust our canned food, and we've got plenty of that, that's what I would recommend. Stockpiling high caloric canned food, beans, chocolate, peanuts, spaghetti, all kinds of canned food, because that way rodents can't get at it, and canned food will basically last forever. I mean, even though they have expiration dates on the canned food, that's just for qualitative appearances. In terms of the wholesomeness of the food, because it's in a vacuum, it'll basically last forever. We recovered. There was an Arctic expedition that was lost in the early 1800s, and nobody knew what had happened to them, for many years. But we eventually found them, more than a century after the expedition had failed. They were one of the first expeditions that were bringing canned food with them, and the food was still good, years after that. Water is critical. It's best to actually have a natural well, so that you're not dependent upon, the larger water infrastructure. You can make homemade filters quite easily with a garbage can and blankets and charcoal that would refine water, purify water. But it's a good excuse for having a swimming pool. A 20,000-gallon swimming pool. And it can be one of those above-ground pools that are very inexpensive. I mean, this is not the kind of thing you need to be a millionaire to be able to afford. Everybody should be able to, be survivable. That'll not only could you support your family with that, but you could probably have a water supply that would support a whole community.
Do all the members of your family have something like this?
Yes.
And this is something that you encourage them to do, or they've read enough of your books and material that they said, all right, I'm convinced I got to move on with this?
Well, both. Either way, that's both, because they've read my stuff and been around me.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.